All right, so I've done one of these videos about a year ago, but I'm gonna do another one since the weather is about to get warm and everyone's gonna be trying to turn on their AC. And if you're having issues, these are some of the places you need to check. So number one is gonna be your climate control. So depending on what's going on, your issues could just be that you need to reset your HVAC and your climate control system. I have a video that shows you how to do that, and it's relatively easy. If that's not your issue, the next thing I would check would definitely be the belt and the tensioner on your AC compressor. So I'll post a picture of what the parts look like, because the last video I did, I kind of just walked around and talked about it, but I didn't show anything. So I'm gonna show a picture of what it is. I'm also gonna put the parts below that you may need. This is a 2004 Tahoe Z71 5.3. So I'll drop the parts for that below so you can see what they are. But anyway, here's a picture of what it looks like in the parts. All right, so another important thing is that on your cover for your radiator, you're gonna have a diagram that shows you, your routing and all the other stuff and what it looks like. The AC belt is actually behind the serpentine belt, so you're gonna have to remove that belt to put this belt on. And the reason I'm bringing this all up is because my issue that I had a couple years ago when my AC stopped working was actually that the tensioner had seized up. So this is a vehicle from the north, so it has. I've had to replace a lot of stuff just because it's from the north and had rust issues and stuff like that. And basically what happened is we were driving, AC on, all of a sudden, boom, it just stops. So I didn't know what it was. I didn't even try to look that hard. I checked the fuses and then I reset the HVAC and nothing was happening. Then I got home, I turned it on and I was trying to see if I can get the compressor to kick on and nothing was happening. So all I had to do was come out, look underneath, and then the belt was hanging there. And the belt either broke because it was cracked or because the tensioner was seized. And what happened was the tensioner was actually seized. So it was a relatively cheap and easy fix. This is something you could do yourself. I recommend you buy the kit that has the tensioner, the bolt, and the belt, because sometimes the bolts, they just get weak over time, and you're cranking them down or whatever. So like I said, I'll put the link for the bolts, or for the bolt, the tensioner, and the belt. And like I said, if you're having AC problems, this is a very cheap fix if you can do it yourself. I don't know how much a shop would charge you, but if this is your issue and you notice that you can't spin the tensioner, which literally underneath you can grab it and try and spin it, if it's seized up, that's probably the reason why your AC is not working. So very cheap fix. It's only about 25 to 30 bucks total, and then 10 minutes of your time between taking off the belt, replacing the tensioner, putting on the new AC belt, and replacing your serpentine belt. If you have any questions or comments about this, drop them below and I'll help you out the best I can. Like I said, those are the two things you need to check before you, my opinion, before you take it to a shop and then have someone else diagnose it, charge you an hour to look for things. Very simple to check yourself, very simple to do. Just takes a little bit of time on your part to diagnose things. So if those aren't your issues, if your tensioner is good, your belt's good, and your AC compressor is going, then you probably need to check and see if your Freon is low. Other than that, if it's out of your hands from there, take it to a shop and have them diagnose it. If you're not experienced enough to change the compressor and all that stuff and charge it, then take it to a shop. But these are just two simple things you can check that can basically get you, your Tahoe, and your AC all going for about 30, 35 bucks.